Sometimes the most powerful thing God is asking us to do is simple. Look. Look at your life. Look at your blessings. Look at how far you've come. Look at the knowledge you've acquired. Look at your experiences. Look at the obstacles you have overcome. Look around you. Look at the beautiful world in which you are placed. Look at the opportunities you had yesterday. Look at the doors that opened to you. So today, if you feel like there's no blessing, just look. There are seasons when we see nothing, we feel nothing, and compared to other people, our blessing seems pale. Christ is inviting you today to look. Hello there. You're welcome to the Faith Classroom. Here we learn, we grow, and we walk with Christ. Today's topic is simple. Look. Look at your blessing. Looking can transform your life. Looking can change your life from positive to negative. Looking can bring blessings, can fill you with hope. Looking can help you to forge forward in faith. Christ is inviting you today to look. There are days when we only see what is missing, but God is whispering, look again. Psalm 103 verse 2 says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits." Forget not all his benefits. Christ is telling you, do not forget the things I've done for you yesterday. There are times when we cry to him, he gives us. And for a season, we are so grateful. We share the testimony with other people. After a while, we forget. And as if it's past, and that is it. Because we are not receiving anything today, we sometimes forget the blessings of the past. But they still count. Christ wants you to remember them all the time. Sometimes forgetting is the real enemy. The enemy to our progress, the enemy to our salvation can be forgetting. Forgetting your blessings can affect your discipleship, can affect how you see Christ, can affect how you see life, can affect your mood. Forgetting is dangerous, brothers and sisters. Christ does not want us to forget the great things he has done for us. When we forget, we will not show gratitude. And when we do not show gratitude, we lose blessings. So Christ is calling us today to remember the past, because he has done many things for us. Now, gratitude does not change what we see, but it changes how we see things. So in your lower season, God is not asking you to pretend to any blessing, but he's asking you to remember what he gave you yesterday, what he did for you yesterday, because it will help you to move forward. In Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 2, we read, "And thou shalt remember all the ways which the Lord thy God led thee." Brothers and sisters, do you remember all the ways that the Lord thy God led thee or led thee in the past? The doors he opened for you, the opportunities that come your way, do you remember? When you look back, you remember the times that God opened doors, God healed you, God brought people your way to help you, wiped your tears, comforted you, gave you answers to questions you asked him. You remember times when you were protected miraculously. Let your memory testify of Christ. Look so that you remember the seasons when you see nothing. Another form of looking is to help you to see when in seasons things seem to be moving slow. When you are in the growth period where things are very slow, looking will help you to know that God still loves you. God hears your prayers. He has not forgotten you. Everyone has a seasons where blessings seems to fade, where prayers feel unanswered, where silence feels louder than our hope. But in those moments, God is asking you to remember. Let remembering be a strong weapon to hold on to. In Lamentations chapter 3 verse 21 to 23 reads, "This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. His mercies are new every morning." Jeremiah found hope not by seeing something new, but by remembering the things that the Lord did for him in the past. In the book of Mormon, the same truth is taught. In 1 Nephi chapter 5, verse 20 to 21, "We have obtained the records that we might preserve the commandments of the Lord in the memories of our children." So memory preserves faith. In Alma chapter 29 verse 10, we also read, "I will rejoice in my God. I remember the goodness of the Lord." So in times when you feel stuck, remember the goodness of God. Tell your children the blessings of yesterday so they know that God has blessed you immensely. When you cannot see blessings in front of you, look behind you. Your past is proof that God is still working in your life, and He will work in your life in the future. He is still God, and His blessings will come at the right time. Another form of looking is when we look at Christ on the cross. This is the deepest form of looking. Look at Christ. When you feel to give up, look at Christ on the cross. When you feel temptations surround you, look at Christ on the cross. In Isaiah chapter 45 verse 22 we read, "Look unto me and be ye saved." So Calvary changes everything. When you imagine Christ suffering for you and I, being bruised for you and I, persecuted, tried, crucified for you and I, you will look at Him and know that you too will overcome your temptations. And Christ understands because He went through all that for you and I. God always heals through looking. Remember the story of the Israelites when they were beaten by fiery serpent? The instruction was powerful yet simple. Look. Because they were not given medication, some of them refused to look, and what happened to them? They died. The commandments seemed to be too simple, and for that reason, some of them failed to look. So in Numbers chapter 21, verse 8 to 9, we read, "Everyone that is beaten when he looketh upon it shall live. And if a serpent had bitten any man when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived." So yes, it's as simple as that. Looking brought life. Look, because looking leads to transformation. When Peter looked at Jesus, he walked on water. When he looked away, he sank. When we look at Christ, we will have life. We will have wings to do things that we never knew that we can do. What power do we have in ourselves to do things? There are some doors that will not open because we push it. Some doors can only be opened by Christ. And so look so that your life is transformed. If you are wondering what next for you, look at Christ. If you're wondering what are your callings in life, look at Christ. If you're wondering what role you should play in your family, in your church, look at Christ. Looking transforms lives. So if you are struggling to understand the scriptures, to understand your path, to understand your purpose, look at Christ. So, because where your eye rests, life follows. So look at Christ. Today, Christ is inviting you to look at your blessings, to look at your life, to look at Christ on the cross, to look at the blessings of yesterday, so that today, even if you are walking in the valley of the shadow of death, you remember that God blessed you in the past and He can do it again in the future. Look at Christ. Looking can change your life. If this message has blessed your life today, I pray that you share it with someone else, and like and subscribe to my channel, and comment, share your views on what you've heard that touched your heart today. Remember, brothers and sisters, God is good. He has blessed you in the past. Look at your children, look at your job, look at your family, look at your home, look at your body. Look at how you're walking on your feet. Look at your eyes you have to see. Look at the beautiful world God has placed you in. You have many things to be grateful for. I have many things to be grateful for. And so even if today I do not have the things I want, Christ has blessed me, and I know He will bless me in the future. Thank you for watching this video, and until I see you in the next one, keep learning, keep growing, and keep walking with Christ. Bye-bye.